looking good, and you're kind of bright looking and don't look so frazzled.
Over the summer, I sent you a picture of the Space Needle in Seattle and how much smoke we had from the fires from Canada, Eastern Washington, and everybody was saying, even the news people were saying, don't go outside, it's dangerous. I thought for sure I would have to grab my inhaler or have it with me at all times. I was fine. That's amazing that I was fine. I am so hypersensitive to bad air and pollution and all of that. It would have just set me through the roof if I wasn't practicing Buteyko. So it's been a great savior for me. My asthma was really the worst it's ever been my entire life. Over the last 4 years, it gradually got daily. I probably had 3 emergency visits in the course of a year before I found you guys. I hadn't had those kinds of asthma attacks, I think, since childhood. I wasn't sure why I was getting more frequent asthma attacks. Daily, I needed my inhaler, and I think I started deducing that I think my inhaler was giving me increased problems with my breathing. Allergies to my cat, I thought would just get better with time. I would build up an immunity to them, but it just got worse. Taking the daily inhalers made it worse. It just kind of all compounded. When he was completely out of the house was when I started to really start to feel better.
But you were able to do rescue breathing instead of taking your
Yeah.
inhaler a few times.
Oh yeah. But completely off my inhaler was probably...
Yeah, it's been 6 months. That's amazing.
We were in a car accident 2 years ago, and a year after the car accident, my breathing got really, really bad. It exacerbated it.
The relationship between car accidents and breathing, people have no idea. It's a big one.
And my brain. I just was having a hard time concentrating and comprehending things. I would hear it, but I wouldn't really understand what was going on. It was frustrating. So my mind was definitely affected. At the same time, my breathing was definitely affected. I always had a problem with IBS, and the Buteyko, that was, I would say, the biggest thing I noticed right away was that. It helped that a lot. It helped the cravings a lot. It helped my energy level. I had more energy because I wasn't eating and craving the sugar, which was odd because I'm an addict. I love candy. That's a commitment we have to make because he gets up so much earlier than I do. And when I get up, he's already done, doing his exercises. So I have to not sleep as much.
The best exercises I do are with her. The beauty of Buteyko too, I think, is when you do get irritated and these symptoms and these things do hit you, you recover so fast.
We're learning to drop it because we're more in tune with our body where we weren't before. I think that's the main thing, is it really makes you in tune with the stress and the tension. And
you don't want to stay with that heightened
tension,
because that tension gets, even when it mounts up, sometimes you can't help it. We know how to release it very quickly, and we get over things. That's infinitely better, and that helped our relationship a lot
less screaming. we were diligent at taping our mouths at night. Looks very scary. If someone broke in and saw us with this tape over our mouths. Hannibal Lecter, but it was effective. I slept more sound and I didn't feel awful waking up. I'm a major mouth breather at night, so that does help.
It's not super romantic either.
Do you still use it?
I do. I don't sometimes, and then I notice a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I do too, yeah.
It'll come back. It's not a permanent cure. All of a sudden I start becoming a mouth breather and a big sigher, and it'll all come back, probably.
As you get older, the metabolism slows down. So you can't actually go against the natural progression towards the end of life. And how the metabolism slows, I'm now in my 60s, so it is actually slowing down, and the effort that I have to put into making sure I keep my body moving and working it and not becoming a slug is greater and greater. I can feel it happening. You really have to make yourself move and get going and build up your CO2 in physical exercise. The tendency is to just want to sit around more and more. I then actually have to go against, it's always going against what the natural trajectory is. It's going against entropy. That's what the method is. And this is probably quite a big part of why people don't want to do it, because they're going against what they feel is natural, what they feel is more comfortable. But actually, you have to go against the current in order to get more comfort in the longer term. And it's counterintuitive. That's one of the problems with this approach. It's counterintuitive.
I would agree with that.
And
I mean, it's a real hard, panicky feeling when you already can't breathe, to hold your breath and tape your mouth at night. That was a really mentally hard for me to get past that. But I did.
But the alternative was?
Hospital visits.
Another emergency visit, yeah. I said, well, I found a cure. And she actually wanted to know more and said, well, I'm open to alternative methods. I'm curious. And so I told her that I was basically doing breathing exercises and I didn't need my inhaler anymore. And my asthma is basically, I'm not having any triggers, I'm not having any attacks, and I'm not needing any medication because I've been diligent with my breathing exercises. So she measured my breath, how they make you blow into that thing. She had me do it 3 times. I'm like, hey, once is enough, but she had me get rid of all my CO2, blow it all out. So I had to do it, so I did it. She actually documented that my asthma, it's been reduced to recreationally induced sort of asthma. So occasionally I might need an inhaler.
So not life or death.
Yeah. I think it's just an outright miracle. I have not taken my inhaler in months now.